Another issue with this whole wokeness is people are now, before now, our parents actually, their values and principles and standards were created from, they were soaked in a lot of stuff. They thought through a lot of stuff before they even think of a lifestyle. It is actually from so much knowledge that they've, or maybe they saw somebody that it worked for and they decide to apply it. Bible, not just Bible, but religious principle. Of course, they made information and lifestyle standard principle from that. But somehow, one of the disadvantages of this woke generation is our generation. We tend to make decisions, conclusions, choices, our standards and principles from trends and influence of celebrities.
Fantastic.
It has nothing to do with our religion or whether Bible or Quran, whatever our faith entirely. It has nothing to do with our parents. It has nothing to do with our teachers. Now it's trend. So, for example, if a celebrity if an influencer, of course, let me put it, if an influencer out there is doing this, automatically
like
that
goes.
Those ones, they have their own country.
Automatically that goes. So there's no, you understand what I mean? So automatically that goes because a particular person I like is doing it. Not like this thing now is new. It's not like it wasn't in our in generation before now. But the truth is, even though they didn't have so much information like we claim to have right now, the little they had, they even acted more knowledgeable than we do right now.
I don't blame them for some of the things too, because when they look back at some of the things that, in quotes, the fathers have done.
Like what?
Okay. Now, did you know that recent information just popped out that one of your presidents actually almost was the one that was instrumental in the entire devaluation of the naira?
Well, it's possible. There's so many
things. He literally took
happened.
Almost every, divided the naira into two and gave one part to the United Kingdom.
There's a time that they use starvation as a tool to reduce population.
Which is
what I'm saying. They have done a lot of wicked things. That's true.
And that's why the woke generation feel that their voices should be heard, and so they tend to react erratically.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have a problem with being their voices. I love that. I love them expressing themselves, coming up with one voice, but for a good purpose. And they should channel that energy properly. That's just the only problem. I don't have a problem with them. We need a revolution in this country. We need, and thank God for social media. That's the truth. Thank God for social media. Just that this information, like these influencers have now become more powerful. Do you notice that because of social media? So they are powerful, and so they also have a way of influencing this generation,
because this generation
to do
is a
things
generation
that are not profitable to them, or to come in ways that are rebellious, like the Malians, how do they call them?
Malians.
The Malians. Yeah, you can see a whole lot of people say they don't want to go to school when the main Malian guy is.
He has masters.
I'm telling you, he has masters. Some people now say they don't want to go to school. What exposed them to have this kind of opinion? Of course, it's social media. That's what made the Malian guy too very, very, very loud.
It's even possible that a lot of these people don't, like you said it, a lot of these people don't even think.
That's
the
truth.
These things
they don't think.
And fly onto it.
Look at Fela. Fela had his own vices, but that guy was speaking a lot of proverbs. He was speaking a lot of wise things that people learned from. But now you see people dancing naked, doing some crazy things, and people feel that that's what's trending.
The fact is, they still accredit Fela to it.
Okay, another thing again, this woke, the whole woke culture, woke generation now is not giving birth to hyper. How would I put it now? Very selfish.
Yeah,
people,
self-minded people.
It just do you, be you, eat you.
They don't care about.
How do you go?
Of the other person.
In a world that is not just you, how do you go up and down doing you, being you, like entirely?
But I also think they learned it from the previous generation. A generation that was literally always stealing and always putting things in their own.
Not every time.
No. Let's be sincere with ourselves.
Minute group of people.
I know they are minute, but they held positions. They were also influencers.
No.
Do you, be you, eat you. It's a problem, It's a big problem. Because if everybody do you and eat you and be you, and this world won't be comfortable for the next person.
It is do you.
You have to think about the next person. Not like I say you should do things thinking about everybody, or making decision thinking about like a whole lot of city or something, but consider humanity before you do you and be you, and before you follow trends and be you, do you. Can you just consider you like the whole human space? Like, just imagine if somebody posted something one time. She's a friend, and she posted something. I was like, I just replied. I said, honestly, it's okay for you to know okay, this is what I want to do for myself, and I'm doing it for myself. I like to do it for myself. It's fine. Nothing is wrong with it actually. But then, you can't do you and be you and eat you and whatever every other day, because the truth of the matter is, maybe sometimes my BU is not talking to you, not replying your messages, not associating with you. If I be like that and you be like that and the next person be like that, and what is this world going to? Because sometimes you feel, don't you feel like
Depression
that? Don't you feel like that? Sometimes don't you feel like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to be with anybody, I don't want anybody close to me, anywhere around me and stuff. You feel like that, right?
Definitely.
Okay, imagine if you keep to that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be your default. Imagine that being your default.
Exactly. Imagine if you keep to that, keep being it. Like, that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Well, we'll just
think about others.
Bunch of countries keeping malice.
Be relational. That's
exactly
true.
part
so
of it. So
this learn to relate.
It's becoming really, it's giving birth to selfishness.
Now, coming down to the part of relating with people, I think this generation needs to understand how to relay their messages. They don't tend to think about the neighbor beside them and the way they reply such. And I feel that is what led to the whole banning of Twitter. Every now and then, after the president's speech, it drops everything that he has said, and then by the time people start dissecting and picking up words and all that from it, before you know it, give that post 1 hour, come back and see
what right has exploded on social
oh my lord, those ones that have been laid cause on him. All those things,
okay,
and
like,
you feel uncomfortable.
Although me, I have a problem with them banning Twitter on a personal note, because freedom of expression should by no means be halted. It should be taken away from the people. For whatever reason, talk to your people, try to gain their loyalty, go through the same social media and get some things right.
That way
I cannot get everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I have a problem with them banning Twitter, but also have a problem with people showing a high level of disloyalty to the nation, because that's what you're talking about, right?
Definitely.
They are going to say all manner of things, and there's no loyalty at all to the nation, to the president, as in your own part, for the fact that he's still our president and so many other icons out there. So it's not about what they say, it's about the way they say it.
Yes, exactly.
This generation, I love the fact that they are speaking, they are voicing out, but it's about how they go about it. This whole, I can say whatever I want, it is my time, I must be out there, you guys cannot deprive me, it's my time. My opinion too matters. The world is relational. We need to build strong relations. That's the only way you survive. You need to hold on to our elders, learn from them, pick a whole lot from them, and then so when they're passing the mantle, they are passing to people that are responsible and all that. So it's very, very key. Relations, very key.